I'm your host, Destiny Sidwell.
I'm also your host, Sara Crowley.
And this is Bookmark'd.
Hi guys. Why am I shy?
Hey everybody. I don't know, you look so cute today.
Oh, thanks. It's been pouring. I wish you heard the thunder last night. Sachi, shaking like a leaf. Panic attack central. So bad.
Aww.
I know.
I'm surprised she knows what rain is.
See, that's the thing. I think she's scared because she doesn't know what it is. So it's really loud and a lot's going on that's not normal because we don't get a lot of rain like that. So I think that's why she gets a little scared. Literally shaking. She was like trying to hide behind me. I don't know what she thinks it is. It's coming for her though.
Aw, but imagine like not knowing what it was. And then you're just sitting there like shaking.
Yeah.
And then you're just like...
And Mochi's just snoring next to her.
Mochi's literally just like over there like,
Yeah.
I'm unbothered.
If it's not
the
snacks,
unbothered queen she is.
she's not waking up. Anyway though, hi guys. Welcome back to Bookmark'd. Welcome to our podcast if you're new. Should I say my name? I'm
and if
Sara.
you're not new, welcome back. And I'm Destiny, and we are your co-hosts.
Heck yeah. We're going to start yapping. We're going to catch up. We have a game. I have a fun dote this time, if you want to guess what I got today.
Well, you said I'm getting a dote.
Yeah. But like, okay, yeah. My favorite thing is to make Destiny
Have
guess
you had
anything.
this dote before?
Yes, but not for a while.
Okay. Like, why did my brain go to, like, either an Olipop or an Arnold Palmer? I don't know why.
You're close with one of them. Kind of.
I don't know. What is it?
1 second. I found these in the deep depths of my garage fridge.
A Dr. Pepper.
Yep. A little mini one.
Wow.
A little mini
I
can.
have some mini sodas in my fridge. Specifically. Oh, here comes the crack.
Nice. That was a good one. Ooh. Do you hear that?
Little bubbly.
Oh, wow. You hear that? That's
Sipping, not sipping.
That's carbonation.
That is carbonation. My dote is I made an iced coffee today.
Aw.
In my little... I'm giving Valentine's Day with this.
I love those
This
cups.
flavoring that we have is vanilla.
Love. Just a classic. I haven't had a Dr. Pepper in so long, but I found them
I
in
actually...
the back.
I had a Dr. Pepper, a Diet Dr. Pepper. Do you remember... Did I tell you? I keep on forgetting who I told about this. Like, one day I was having a really, really bad day. Oh, it was the day that... Do you remember the story about how it started, like... I walked out of the house. It was really cloudy. And it started downpouring. And then I almost got into a car accident listening to Sign of Times by Harry Styles.
Yes.
That was a really bad day. And now when I think of Dr. Pepper, I think of that day because I literally did not leave the house after that incident. And I was like, oh, but I don't have anything to make for dinner. So I just got Chick-fil-A DoorDash to me. And, like, I couldn't wait to have, like, the waffle fries. And I got, like, my little Cool Wrap with waffle fries and a Dr. Pepper. And then I remember, like, I really just wanted the fries. Like, I was like, I can't wait to have the fries. And I opened the bag and there's no fries.
That
But
morning
I remember
drive,
thinking, like, at least have a Dr. Pepper.
that set the tone for the day. So unfortunately, something was bound to happen with that Chick-fil-A order.
Unfortunately, it was written in the stars.
I always think about the when I go to Chick-fil-A because I feel like you always get your sodas from there, like a little soda
Oh, yeah.
when we go.
It's because of their cups
Yeah,
and their ice.
makes it taste so
I
much
really
better.
like it. Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe I'll have Chick-fil-A today. You know, why not?
It's written in the stars for you that you were going to have Chick-fil-A today.
Yes, I actually
What can we do about it?
feel like I have to now. I have bookish news I'd like to bring up on the pod, if you'll allow me.
Like, I think I'll allow it. Like, this one.
Because I saw this and I was going to text you. Obviously, you know what I'm going to bring up. Or you're.
I feel like, yeah, this, like, I feel like my intuition is so strong.
But
and I know what you're
I
going to bring
had to
up.
save it for the pod. Because when I saw this, hold on, let me say what it is first. The casting for People Meet on Vacation was announced for Poppy and Alex. And it's played by Tom Blythe, who I didn't see the Hunger Games movie, so I don't really know much on Tom Blythe and his acting career. But the female main character, Emily Bader, is, as I've been watching, forgot the show name, My Lady Jane.
My Lady Jane.
She's the female main character in it, and as I'm watching the show recently, by the way, I'm only on episode 5, haven't really gotten past that, but as I watched the show, I was thinking to myself, like, why have I not seen her before? Like, she is such a good actress. I'm obsessed with her. And then this is announced, and I'm like, this is perfect. I love her. She's an amazing actress. She's beautiful, and I'm so excited. So, thought we should bring it up because I know you like the Hunger Games universe, and he was just in it.
Yeah, he played President Snow, young President Snow, in that movie, and he had bleach blonde hair. Mm-hmm. But now he's like back to his, because he was in the video. I think he was waiting on the other side of the video call after they gave her the news or something. So he already knew that he was cast. As somebody who has recently reread People We Meet on Vacation a few months ago,
it's fresh in your mind.
It is fresh in my mind because it. Nope. This just put things into perspective for me because I was like, it's my least favorite Emily Henry book, but I rated it a 4 stars. But then I was like, wait, no, I rated Funny Story 3 stars, but I would put Funny Story over People We Meet on Vacation. So what does that say about my rating about Funny Story?
That's actually such an interesting.
That is so interesting. I just had a self-realization. I'm going to have to unpack that later. I mean, I see it. Like, I think, I think they fit.
Yeah, I think it's a really good casting. I didn't know who I would personally cast as it because I haven't read it in I think like 2 summers ago I read it. So I don't really know who exactly I would cast, but I feel like seeing their faces next to each other, I could totally see them playing. And I'm so excited. I feel like it's going to be so good. She's such a good actress.
I feel like she'll be able to do, like, after rereading it and kind of, like, Poppy, is her name Poppy?
Yeah.
Like, I, didn't trust myself for some reason. I was like, Poppy's personality. Mm-hmm. But she's more, not, dry, but, I guess I can't really put into words her personality, but I feel like she'll be able to take it on. Like, I feel like she'll be
I'm excited.
good at it.
I tried to look up other Tom Blythe stuff, but I don't think I've seen him in anything. Any of the 5 movies I've seen, he hasn't been in, unfortunately. So, this will be my introduction to Tom Blythe. But now I want to know, do you think we'll get casting for her other books, or should it, probably wait until this is, all wrapped up? Because I know she's working, I'm assuming, on all of them. They've all been picked up, right?
I guess it just depends where in production they're at. I could see conflict if, she's already, announced People Meet on Vacation. Now people are thinking about that. And then if she, flip-flop back to, announcing beach reads, whatever, then people are going to be talking about beach reads. Especially if, say, people liked the beach read casting more. Or people liked the People We Meet on Vacation.
Yeah.
It's just kind of an awkward time to have,
all of them.
All of them in works of some point. They're all kind of in different stages.
I know, which I wonder if there's a reasoning why People With Me on Vacation was the first one to be put out. Was that picked up first, or do you think it's just rolled faster than the rest of them?
I want to say from an uneducated, literally, point
just
of view.
Just some assumptions.
I don't know anything, but if I were to make an educated guess, I would say maybe it's differences in production companies, differences in involvement that she has, and just who's in charge of it. Mm-hmm. Because I think that I would think that affects a lot. Because isn't it J-Lo's production company is doing Happy Place, Netflix is doing People We Meet on Vacation.
That's so interesting to me. Wouldn't you? I guess I don't know how much control she has, but putting. If you open up Netflix, having all 5 of your books, in the same, streaming platform. Are they all going to be on different...
Well, that doesn't, necessarily, just because J-Lo's production company is doing Happy Place doesn't mean it won't be on Netflix. Because I think that the latest movie that J-Lo was in, she produced it, and it was on Netflix, and it was sitting on Netflix's, top 10 for a little bit.
I just can't believe, the next, potentially... Let's just say each book gets a year or two. The next 5 to 10 years, we'll be having Emily Henry movie shows coming out. Crazy things to look forward to. I'm so excited.
I feel like I feel like we've been having this chat a lot about adaptations, and it's exciting, but there's also always that side that's like you're scared of like the letdown of it, especially when you really, really like a book. With People We Meet on Vacation, I liked it a lot, but I feel like I don't have any like attachment to it where like if it was bad, I would be like, okay, like that's fine.
That's
I
like
don't really
when
care.
Beach Read is like getting ready to come out. That one's gonna be a little
Beach Read and
nerve-wracking.
Happy Place.
Yeah. Oh,
And Book Lovers.
100%. Well, did you watch Good Girl's Guide to Murder yet on Netflix?
No, because I had been seeing people say like how different it was from the books.
I made Chris start watching with me because I feel like that's a show he can get into, and we're like 4 episodes in. And I feel like maybe because I read the book so long, but I feel like I know points in the book and like scenes in the book pretty vividly. But so far I think it's accurate, at least with like characters and the way the story's going. There's like some parts and scenes that aren't like straight from the book. But I like it so far. I think the casting was really good. I'm hoping she had a say in all that because I think it's perfect to who the people are in the book. Like I pictured exactly who she casted. But we're not far in. Like I'm wondering if the mystery and how it's solved at the end is the same as the book. But I think the first season is going to be the first book. I don't think they put anything from the other seasons into this one. Not very far in.
I looked it up, and it says A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is from Variety. So I think this is an interview she did on July 30th. So this is pretty recent. She had A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Holly Jackson responds to criticism over TV adaptation changes. I sympathize entirely with the book fans who wanted to see their favorite moments. It says, sorry.
This is another one though, like I'm not, like I did give the first book 5 stars when I read it a couple years ago, but I think if things were like severely changed, maybe be upset, but I don't think I'd be upset if like too much was changed on this one and it wasn't super accurate. I think it's still, the way they did it was really good, but I'm only halfway.
Like I said, it stops me from reading it because even here she's quoted saying, "I'm proud of the show that we've made, but I ultimately wasn't the one writing it. I made lots of suggestions and I said things that I thought would be really important to book fans that they would feel betrayed if they weren't there," which I think is where people were getting the the Sarge nickname, if you've read the books, is like really important, and she was like kind of fighting for that. But it's just like when you hear, because I really, really liked that series, and it's like when you hear that some people, and it was weird because it's already been out in the UK for a little bit, and so I had seen clips like a month ago of the show, and I was like, oh, and I just haven't watched it yet. I haven't got around to it.
I just think it's weird for production companies to not have the author so hands-on and into it, because that's they created the whole thing. So why would they not want them on top of everything? Even, I know they're trying to like make good TV and make it entertaining, but like it's a book for a reason. People love it for a reason. That's like Summer Turned Pretty was so good because she was so involved, and we got really good stuff from the books, and like all of it I feel like she was pretty involved with, as we saw. Yeah.
I feel like, is Jenny Han credited as a producer on the show?
I don't know.
Us both trying to look it up.
It says she's an executive producer. She adapted. Yeah. So she was definitely heavily part of it. I feel like we can see from...
Yeah, because when I see like behind the scenes set stuff, she always has like the headphones on.
Yeah.
Seems like she's behind the camera kind of even directing them a little bit.
I would watch a little documentary on like the book adaptation world. Like I would love to know how it goes down.
I find, and I mean I've said it before, so I don't want to like repeat myself again, but when I wanted to go to college and I wanted to go into publishing, like publishing and like producing these things like has always been so interesting to me. Like I want to know how the backside of everything works, of like what you don't see. And like even within that same conversation of like, you know, like when we ultimately will like critique a book's cover, but it really depends, because I've seen discourse about like sometimes I think it's all within what you negotiate into your contract in a book deal. Sometimes authors have a lot of say in the book covers, sometimes the publishing company decides, and it's just interesting to see.
Yeah. Like when you get from like you're independently publishing your books and then you get picked up traditionally and they want to change the covers, I guess they write in the contract how much say they have over that, which is so interesting to me. Like it's their book. I'm on the author's side.
No, definitely. I feel like because when an author makes a book, I feel like even like I feel like they think about everything, and that is like their creation, and they have like, obviously like authors aren't graphic designers, but I feel like you can definitely communicate through to a graphic designer like what you want for your cover. But it's just interesting, again, having absolutely no knowledge of actually what goes on behind the scenes of like publishing and all of that. It's like, but sometimes I feel like publishing companies might have an idea of like seeing statistically what type of covers work. Like, for example, how we saw like a rise in like the cartoon covers that we all thought were like cute at first, like, oh, when there was like one or two doing it and it was like, oh, this is cute, and then all of a sudden it like skyrocketed and you started seeing a lot of that, and now we kind of look at cartoon covers and we're like,
but I mean, they have like the analytics and the behind the scenes, like what sells and stuff, and it makes sense because when books have their covers changed, they're like getting bought more and people are going to look out for them more, and I'm sure the sales are getting much higher because you go into Barnes and Noble and you see a book that you haven't seen. Like, I saw Sara Adams' book, I think it's called The Match or something, in Barnes & Noble. And I added it to my list of, like, new releases because I didn't look into it. And then I looked at it's been a book. The cover was just changed. It's put into Barnes & Noble, like, on the tables. So when, like, covers are changed, like, even, like, older books, redoing covers, even, like, Lucy Score was doing it, I feel like helps the sales, obviously.
Yeah, I feel like there's obviously a lot analytically and statistically going on behind the scenes that like even I think as readers you don't even realize that you're like participating in of what these publishing companies do. So sometimes I feel like maybe if you don't negotiate that into like a book deal of like getting control and creative freedom over like, you know, what your cover looks like and what happens with this, and even because I've seen some discourse about the way that authors will like, what is the word that I'm looking for? Talk about their book, but what is it called? You promote, the way you promote the book. Where like a lot of authors, I feel like maybe more so in the romance genre, will promote it via trope, where they'll be like, this is brother's best friend, one night stand, blah, blah, blah. Some people don't like that, but I feel like when I see authors do that in my head, I feel like there's always people behind the scenes. Like, authors do control their social media, but there's always, like, if you have, like, a bigger author, I feel like if you take Bloom, for instance, I imagine behind the scenes they have, like, authors always have somebody helping them with their social media when it comes to promoting their book, of telling them, like, how promotion's going to work the best. And I think that that's another conversation of, like, people think that books are over tropified. I don't know if that's the correct word, but that's like what's coming to my brain. Of like, stop recommending books via tropes and like stop doing this. And I'm like, I just think if it sells, it sells. And I feel like publishing companies know what's going on. For the most part. I don't think all in all they do.
Yeah, I think the tropes things, when you see it like scrolling through Instagram, you'll see like a trope being promoted, like what's in the book. And I think that's like the first thing you see, and then if you like that trope, you'll go into it. But sometimes like I've read books where the trope is not on the back, and then I'm pleasantly surprised with how the story goes, and then it's so much more fun. Even though it's like not a surprise, it's just like what the story is. But like not seeing everything that's going to happen in the book on the back of the book is sometimes really fun. Even though sometimes like reading the back, if it's very vague, I might not want to pick it up. But then when I do read it, I'm usually pleasantly surprised that I didn't see all the tropes before, which I think is why I go into them a little bit blind. But if I do see a book that says Second Chance, Childhood Friends, Lovers, probably will be adding it to my list. So sometimes it works.
I could go on and on about this specific topic because I feel like it's in exactly what you just said of it truly depends. Because like you said, I feel like the trope of like, but then it could be argued, anything can be argued either way. But like, say you just said, oh, it's a second chance romance. I feel like that doesn't really ruin a plot of a book because for a lot of people, like they are searching out those tropes. It's just what they specifically like to read. So tropes do help in that way to aid people into finding the books that are going to work for them the best. But I feel like once we start getting into the micro tropes is where I start getting a little like...
Yeah, I was just going to say when they put like who did this to you or like taking care of her when she's sick or something like that in like the little side tropes that are out there. I feel like those will definitely like get people to want to read it because people really like those type of microtropes, but it's also fun to be surprised when they throw out a who did this to you and you didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, I feel like I don't love the micro tropes as recommendations. Like I get the tropes as recommendations, but I just don't get the micro tropes because I feel like that's a lot of the like it's like how we've had the conversation before about the dual-sided feeling we have for like quotes, like finding
Yeah.
a quote from a book and that being how the book is recommended because it's like okay, on one end, that could be the only good part of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it could be like if I would have just read that organically, it would have went over a lot better. But now that I already saw it in the TikTok, I'm just kind of like, whatever. It
Yeah.
didn't really have that effect on me.
That was like I read a fantasy book because I saw a really good quote, but it was like just one part of the whole entire book that I was waiting for. And then I knew it was coming when it came. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it just depends on the promotion and the book. So
Was it Quicksilver?
no, it was, I don't think it's on the shelf anymore. Oh, Nectar of War. I read that a few months ago.
Oh.
And I bought it because of a TikTok quote that was like so good. And it is so good in the book. But it's very like high fantasy, like that type of book. So it's not full like romantasy. But it was good. But like that one quote is what led me to buy it. Which again goes back to like promoting books. Like it'll raise sales if you get that one TikTok or whatever post. So what a fun world. So fun to dive into.
Through that lens of like there's so much to know behind the scenes, it's very interesting. And that's like where I've always even said like if I went back to school, I would go back to school for that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think that that world is so interesting and I would always want to be in that world.
Yeah. It's never too late. We'll start taking publishing classes. Let's go back to school.
Imagine, yeah. I like it.
That's all. That's the book news I really wanted to share, though. It was the People Meet on Vacation because I saw that and I was so excited. And as I always say, like sometimes I'll see stuff and I'm like, I have to wait to tell Destiny. I really gotta wait. I was so excited.
That was, yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, this is fun. I just am very interested to see what the rest of the casting will be for the other adaptations.
Yeah, I agree. Well, the Paul Mescal, when she reposted those two actors to her story, like I want to know like which book are they gonna be into? Are they gonna be in a book? Like it was definitely for something. Like she's not just reposting them.
No, because she literally hasn't done a post like that since. Like that was
Yeah.
honestly so suspicious.
Yeah, that was intentional.
And it was definitely an Easter egg. She was definitely leaving us something there, and I just wonder like what book they're gonna be in.
I know. I could see. I don't know.
What if they're like, imagine it was like for Happy Place, but they're not even the main
They're like the
characters.
side character.
What's the couple? The side couple in Happy
Sabrina
Place? Like
in Perth.
Yeah, like she just like gets us thinking that that's gonna be like our main couple, and then she's like, no, just kidding.
Yeah.
They're just like the side couple that you
Catfish us. I'm excited to see the Happy Place casting though, because the side characters are so big in the book, so you have to like get.
And so important.
Yeah, you have to get everyone right. There's more pressure on that one because there's 6 main characters basically.
Oh yeah, like you have Wynn and Harriet, but it's like everybody, and that's why I love Happy Place. It's because like they're all moving pieces within the story, because every single character is important in the 2 main characters' lives. Like they're all connected so much that they're all important. So that one's gonna be tougher to cast, but I think the hardest one to cast for me is gonna be the cast for Beach Read.
Yeah,
I think that's
100%. That one's a make or break. That one's if I watch it or not.
Well, it's because I feel like with Beach Read, it's such specific, like their banter and chemistry. Like when you reread the book, you're like, this is so specific that you have to find actors that have chemistry. You know what? He doesn't fit, but geez, does Glenn Powell have chemistry with literally everybody? So get this man on the screen. Maybe we need him to. But I don't know if he could play the like.
No, I see. The thing is, I think if they need to fall back on if the chemistry's not working with who they cast, get Glenn Powell in here because he will have chemistry with quite literally like a wall. But I don't see him as a Gus. I really don't.
No,
he's not giving Gus.
I don't. But I'm saying in the fact of like, because like their banter, the back and forth, like how they're so quick-witted with each other. I feel like that's so hard to find 2 actors that like can sell it.
Yeah,
and give you that.
Yeah, that one's gonna be harsh. Which I did watch. Speaking of Glenn Powell, I told you I watched Twister, not plural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that Beach Read should go last. We should see how they all go, and then let's just say Beach Read for last. Let's not touch her yet.
Well, okay. When did Emily Henry... We were together when Emily Henry announced Funny Story. And I'm trying to remember when that was. Because she releases all of her books kind of within the same time frame of, like, April.
Yeah, why do I not remember?
But I remember was it in August?
I
literally remember
when she announced
being
the
at your
adaptation
house.
or the actual book.
No, the actual book of Funny Story. Because remember, I was like I remember showing you the UK cover, and she announced because the cover got leaked, and we talked about how the US cover was slanted, and we were like, I don't know how I feel about it being slanted.
Yeah. I do remember talking about that.
It was released when we were together.
Yeah.
Because us talking about Emily Henry, and I'm looking at my poster with all of her books, and I'm like, I wonder what her next book will be about, when it'll be announced. Like, I feel like dying to know.
She definitely has. Well, did she talk about having another one in the works on, like, a newsletter or something? I might be making that up.
I definitely feel like I've seen somewhere that let me look it up, that she's writing another book.
I personally, if we had to take all of her books and just think about them all being adapted, I'm gonna be honest, Funny Story, probably top. Like, putting all of them into a book or a TV show, I think Funny Story as a movie would be best. I think Happy Place as a TV show would be best. The top, if I had to choose any of Emily Henry's books into adaptations, I think those two would be my favorite to, like,
really
see. Yeah, I feel like...
And why is that?
Because I feel like Happy Place has enough in it for TV shows, like TV show length and episodes, and I feel like having all of the characters and what it's about, I think would portray really well as a TV show. And then I think Funny Story, I think them being roommates, I think the side characters, I think the storyline of that one will be really, really fun to watch as a movie. The other ones, I don't know. Not really fully seeing the vision yet.
So, I stumbled upon this information. It says, this is from today.com. So I'm assuming an interview with the Today Show. It says, film adaptations of 3 of her romance novels are currently in the works. Henry's fellow romance author and friend, which is the author of...
I know which one you're talking about. The pink and purple cover.
The How to End a Love Story, or it's the author of that book, wrote the screenplays for People We Meet on Vacation and Beach Read, and she is set to direct the latter, Book Lovers. So this author wrote the screenplay for Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation, but they're going to direct Book Lovers, which is being produced by Tango, the studio behind Paul Mescal's After Sun.
I don't know what that is. Is that a movie?
It's like a thing that he was in.
Okay. So they have different producers than Beach Read? Wait, then the
So it's seeming like, okay, so there's like producers. So the people who are producing it are different. Like, I think, like we said, People Meet on Vacations with Netflix, because Netflix was posting it. So it'll be a Netflix original.
Yeah, this is why I'm so confused why they're all not under the same thing. You know what I mean? I guess different people are picking up different. Yeah. Like, she probably has so many contracts going on right now with so many different people. I can't even imagine.
That's
because all of them at the same time. It's not like she's doing one book right now. That's why I wish I had like a little
to find if she said
documentary on like the behind the scenes of like book adaptation worlds, because I would love to know how it all goes down. Maybe they're filming behind the scenes while she does this. Do you think they're gonna have like? Well, I guess not. If it's gonna be on like Netflix, not in like the theaters. If it's gonna be like a screening for it or something, like that would be so cool.
Oh my gosh, if there's a screening for any of the Emily Henry movies,
we're first
in already
line.
Have my ticket prepared. I'm ready. I'm trying to find if
let me see
in this interview she
where
talked
I found
about
this information.
Having other books. I mean, I assume that but then again, I also feel like maybe I could see either world where she is working on something or she's not, because she also seems to be very involved in the adaptations that are going on, like how she was on the call for the Netflix People We Meet on Vacation. Like, she seems fairly involved. So if she literally came out with another book, I would be like, where are you getting the time from?
Yeah.
And can I go get time from wherever you're getting it?
I feel like, not that I have any knowledge of this because I am not an author in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like they're always probably writing something. Like, I feel like there's always things cooking.
Think that, well, it's in the same way, not in the same way, exactly, but in the same idea of, like, with what we do, like, you have to think, like, even if we're not posting something, I would probably say 90% of the time you can guarantee that you're creating something.
Yeah.
Even if you're not showing yourself to the media, you could still be working on something behind the scenes.
Yeah, same thing as we love reading books. Like, we're not reading for a video, we're reading in general anyway. So if they're not writing for specifically a book, they're definitely just writing anyway. Yeah. Well, whatever her next book is, I'm sat. I'm sat and I'm ready. That's all.
I've been thinking about rereading Funny Story. I really have.
I think you should. Not as someone that
Because
gave it a 5-star, but, like, I really think you should.
Well, no, because it's giving the same thing as, like, when I fell in love with Book Lovers and, like, you were like, I'm DNFing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh. But then, like, you picked it back up and you were like, wait.
Yeah. I think you have to read Emily Henry books at the right time. If you don't, then I feel like...
I didn't think it was bad. Like, I didn't think that at all.
And that's fine. I think if you read it again, maybe it wouldn't be... Because I remember when it first came out, and we were all excited to read it. There's a lot of pressure on a new release like that, especially Emily Henry book. So I think maybe rereading it might give you a better understanding of your reading. Because if you think you like it a little better than People Meet on Vacation, your rating could definitely change.
That's what I'm saying. Because I like the characters better than People We Meet on Vacation, and I feel like I like the plot more.
Yeah.
Than People We Meet on Vacation. Like, People We Meet on Vacation, the plot is fun when you're in, like, the right now of the story, but then, like, when we're going back in time, I, like, kind of don't care.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
No, that's valid. I feel like that one's always, like, the outlier of all of her books for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so, like,
I feel like...
excited this is the first one we're going to get an adaptation of, because it's, like, not the most, like, I'm like, is this on purpose? I don't know.
It might be better... The movie may be better to me than the book, and I think that would be a first.
Honestly, yeah, because I feel like I never think about it. I will probably read it before, though. I just, like, when they start announcing casting for all of her other books, like, I'm going to need to be sitting down. And no one even told me that this came out. I don't remember where I was scrolling and I saw it. And it just felt like fake news. I was like, there's no way. But it was posted by Netflix, so it's not fake.
It was posted by Netflix, so can't be fake.
Real news.
So, real news. Well, in other real news, Sarah has been gone this past week. Yes. So if Sarah wants to share few thoughts, Sarah gone, sad face. If you want to share some, what is it called? Mementos?
Sure. That'd be so fun. This one was very, very chill. I don't even remember much. Most of the days we woke up, we rode our bikes, we got coffee and donuts, and we went to the beach, and me and Danny Buddy read Swan Song, which was very exciting because we met Ellen together, and, like, we've both been reading a lot of Ellen books when we usually do it together, so read that one together. It was her last Nantucket book, which is crazy. Then we went jet skiing. That was really fun. I actually went on, so I wasn't going to go on the jet ski because we went last year and I didn't like it because, well, it was fun, but I don't have the arm strength and everyone goes really fast. So when I try to go fast, like, I can't, stupid anyway, but I went on with his aunt and that was really fun. She was riding it and then I was driving it and that was really fun. That's really much of what we did. We got lots of ice cream. We watched we watched Twister there because Danny kept saying, like, oh my God, we need to sit down and watch it. Like, everyone needs to sit down. So after dinner one night, we all sat down to watch it, and she goes on to the streaming platform and she realizes it was the first, like, movie of it, the original. And then we're all like, bruh, you've been hyping this up for so long and it's not even on the TV. So then we found a movie theater on the boardwalk. We went there, we ended up watching it, and then the whole time we listened to the soundtrack the whole week. Couldn't stop listening to it. I was wearing my cowboy hat. And then because we watched Twister, we kept talking about, like, natural disasters. So we watched the tsunami movie with Tom Holland?
With Tom Holland?
Yep, we watched that one. And then we watched another one that I forgot the name of, but it was like a meteor was coming to the Earth and, like, they had to get into, like, secret whatever. So that was, like, the topic of conversation that week because of Twister. But it was really fun. Really calm. Very fun. The usual.
It's always giving the summer I Turn Pretty, especially when you talk about the boardwalk. It reminds me of when we were watching the show and, like, they're going back to the boardwalk and they're, like, playing little games.
There's something about being on the boardwalk with, like, watching, like, shows like that or, like, reading books about, like, beach towns and stuff like that because I feel like I'm, like, in that movie or that book or something. Like even just riding our bikes in the morning to go get coffee or whatnot, it just like feels like a book or whatever. It's so nice.
That is a dream. Just riding my bike in the morning to get coffee.
I know. Like imagine like people just live that life like year round. Like that's just.
Would you rather live, like if you were to live your whole entire life, would you rather live like in a city or would you rather live in like a cute small town?
Oh.
Like that.
I think I'm picking cute small town any day.
Yeah, because, like, and I'm talking about, like, what comes to my head is Gilmore Girls, but I know that you haven't watched the show. But, like, in Gilmore Girls, when they go to, like, the town square and they have their, like, general store, like, there's no Walmart, there's no Target, there's no nothing. Like, it's all just, like, right there.
Yeah.
I would always take that any day over the city.
I think there's just something so sweet about it. And I think I would enjoy it more.
Seeing the same people every day, like, to some people that may sound like a nightmare and be like, no, to me, just the, like, knowing that you walk out of your house and you're going to see the same people and you don't have to think about seeing new people is, like,
especially, like, living somewhere like Ocean City. It's, like, a small part of the island, and obviously people go there in the summer as, like, tourists and stuff, but I always think about the people that are year-round just living there. Like, people on Nantucket that live there year-round and aren't with all of the whatever. They're probably so close because they're the only people there waiting for, like, the summer people to come back. It's probably so fun.
Well, it's like when we read Ellen Hildebrand books, because isn't the whole entire thing is that she's, like, lived on Nantucket? Like, that's, like, why she writes about it. So she's a Nantucket person, so she knows. And I feel like it's so transparent through her writing of, like, what the... Like, I feel like when she writes... You know, like, in her books, how there's the point of view that's always, like, the people of Nantucket. Like, everybody... Like, what everybody's saying. I feel like that's so true of, like, the people who actually live there and how they view, like, the summer people that come in. And that's why I love her books. 'Cause I'm like, I would love to live in a town like that where you're like, yeah, there are some tourists, like, during tourist season, but then, like, you all, like, when they're all gone, it's, like, a close-knit community. And speaking of Ellen Hildebrand's book, I forgot that we never talked about the Perfect Couple adaptation getting posted and what your thoughts were on that.
Oh, my gosh, this book. I'm so excited. What's her name? I forgot her name that's in every one of, like, movies like this.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, like, I knew she was going to play a role in this. I'm so excited. The trailer looked so good. If you haven't read it yet, you need to read it. It's part of, like, an interconnected series, but you don't need to read them. The one after is Swan Song, her last book, but, like, don't read that book first because it doesn't really make sense if you've never read an Ellen book because it's the culmination of, like, everything in one.
Isn't Swan Song about the detective in The Perfect Couple?
The Perfect Couple, Ed Capinash, who's in a lot of the other books, but he's one of the main characters in The Perfect Couple. He's on the case of the book. And then Swan Song, he's retiring, but then there's one last case that happens. And it's about a couple that comes onto Nantucket that's not from there. So, like, all of the Nantucket people are talking about them, the new couple. But yeah, Perfect Couple is about that. It's kind of like a murder mystery, but also like a fiction drama on Nantucket. It's so good. And I can't wait. I think the trailer looked so good. Like, it's exactly what I pictured it to look like. And I can't wait. I think it comes out soon. I forgot the date. I'm
going to bring that book on vacation with me.
I'm so excited.
We go on vacation, and I'm going to read it on vacation because I can't believe I've never read that
I know.
before.
I'm so perfect timing, though. It comes out September 5th. So, incredible timing.
Well, maybe if I finish it on vacation, I'll make my family watch it with me, depending on the nature of the show.
No, I think it'd be... I don't see. The thing is, I don't know how they're gonna take that book into a movie, like scenes and stuff, but can't be anything crazy. I don't know, but
I feel like Nicole Kidman goes into those roles because she was in 9 Perfect Strangers, and she played the, like, main woman on that one, and I feel like she just knows what she's doing.
Every time
I trust Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, every time I read an Ellen book, or I used to read a lot of Leanne Moriarty, I always pictured Nicole Kidman in them. Like, she is just, like, because I always write about, like,
she's
a
so
mom.
That niche.
Yeah, she is. But I'm very excited. Highly recommend reading it before you watch it. So.
Well, you know me. You know I have to read the book before I watch any type of adaptation.
And I'm excited. I think you should. Well, have you read like the Winter in Paradise trilogy by her or any of those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have. You have, like, the pretty covers. I think you should read Swan Song too. It's so okay.
I was watching your wrap up this morning, and you were talking about it.
It's just my favorite part of it is, like, the tea and the drama and the gossip of, like, people that live on Nantucket, like we were talking about. It's just, like, she knows how to do it, and I think it is because she's one of them.
She
in
lives
real
there.
life.
And it's literally, I think, because it is fiction in this story, but that is actually how the town gossip goes,
so
and
crazy.
I live for it.
It's so crazy. They live a whole different like life and world over there on that island, which I really want to visit Nantucket so bad.
Oh, I want to go to Nantucket so bad, and I don't. No, I would want to go during tourist season because I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I
in the middle of
can't
non-tourist
show my face unless it's tourist season. They would pick us out in 2 seconds.
I'd be like, no, what do you mean? I've always lived here.
Well, we can like pretend we know because we've read Ellen books.
Oh my gosh. I imagine like if there's a bookstore, and I'm sure there is, that like they're stocked on her books. Like I just imagine.
There's I forgot the name of it, but there's one, and like on her release day or whatever, when she goes to signings on Nantucket, like it gets crazy there. Like I'm sure she's like a celebrity on Nantucket.
Well, yeah, because I feel like, not that she put Nantucket on the map, like, not saying that, but I feel like, especially with reading getting popular, and I feel like a lot of people read her books, that it does make it more like a popular spot, and it makes her more popular, and so
I agree.
people, like, look at her like...
Yeah. I've always wanted to go there just from, like, pictures, but then after starting to read her books, like, the way she paints it, it's like somewhere you, like, need to go visit after reading her books, the way she writes about it.
I want to go so bad to Nantucket. I want to go to Maine after reading Happy Place. Like, I need to, like, actually experience Maine. I want to go to Martha's Vineyard, the Summer Broken Rules, and then I want to go so bad. There's, like, a town, maybe in Vermont, of, like, that kind of, like, inspired Gilmore Girls. Like, I really...
Yeah, and then one summer I'm going to take you to Ocean City, and then you can pretend you're in the Summer I Turn Pretty.
Oh, that is true as well.
Even though
like,
it
I
doesn't
feel like
take
you
place
talk about
there.
Ocean City, and I'm like, I need to see this vibe.
Yeah. Lots of... That's, like, I feel like fun if we did, like, a little video where we visited places our favorite books take place. I wouldn't be able to do that by myself, so we'd have to do that one together.
It's a series that we're going to start, one big vlog of us going to
all the places. That's like...
Yeah, because Cousins Beach, is that not a real place? I thought it was in North Carolina.
I have no idea. I thought it was Connecticut. I made that up. I completely made that up. Our first stop can be... It's like taking like a Gossip Girl tour of New York, but we do like book stuff. Like, I forgot what book I read. I think it was 7 Days in June, but they mentioned Maman, and that is my favorite coffee shop in New York. It's like when you see those places in the books, it's like you have to go there.
Oh, yeah. I think that would be honestly a really interesting series. Like, if you... Even like that, like, even if you did little things too, like, you read a book, like you literally just said, talking about how the coffee shop was in it, and you're like, going to this coffee shop because it was mentioned in this book.
That's why I love when authors put, like, real places, because then you can, like, look them up, and, like, you can actually go there. It's so fun. We should do that. Nantucket would be the first stop, though, I think. It would have to be.
Oh, my gosh. That would be so magical.
I know. One day. You guys will see us on Nantucket one day. For sure.
I wonder if the locals would say anything about us and what they would say.
They'd be like, I know they came because they... Uh-oh. Did you spill?
No, I like the straw fell out. I spilled a little bit.
The locals would know that we read Ellen because the first place we were going is the bookstore. Her son posted a story. I don't really remember, but he was like reading one of her books, or like her... I don't know what book it was, but I was like, imagine like your mom was like a really like well-known author. Like, would you read her books?
Yes.
I think I would have to. Anyway, do you want to play a game?
Okay, Saw.
Your head went to Saw. I was about to say I sound like the Anna saying, do you want to build a snowman? So. Oh,
and I feel like that sums up our personalities so well. Because isn't that a Mandela effect? Does he say, is it a Mandela effect that he actually says, I want to play a game?
Yeah, he says something else.
But everybody always thought that he said,
yeah,
do you want to play a game?
Yeah. I don't know.
And I thought that was scarier because it's like the ultimatum of the question, but you really have no choice.
Well, that's terrifying. And that's why I've never watched
anyway,
it.
Our game is not terrifying.
We're going to play a fun little game of Kiss, Marry, Kill. Bookish edition, of course.
Half asleep edition.
Yeah, I wrote these down yesterday. I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know why I started thinking about it, and I wrote down all the people that I'm going to be naming to Destiny, so that's what we're doing today. Okay.
So ready.
Are you ready? Okay. First up, we have Justin from Just for the Summer, Jacob from Yours Truly, and Daniel from Part of Your World. So, that little series.
I'm killing Daniel.
Okay, that was quick.
No thought. Like, I really, really like that book, but I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, he really did not have much of a personality. Other than
Yeah, it's
being
not the one I
like,
remember most.
this is my small town, and I don't want to move. So I would kill him off
Okay.
because he's giving me nothing. I'm marrying... Okay, I'm marrying Justin because, like, me... I just don't know... Oh my god, is it Jacob?
Yeah,
From Yours
Jacob and
Truly?
Justin.
Yeah, that's what... I don't know why today my brain is not trusting my own thoughts, but Jacob, I feel like we're too similar. Where it's like, one of us has to be the anchor of the relationship, and we are literally the same person, so
Okay.
it's like, how well is that going to work? But Justin, it's like, he would definitely, more of a long term.
Yeah, I see that. I think I would do the same thing.
What about you? Oh, you do the same
I
thing.
think I would do the same thing, yeah.
Well, great minds do think alike.
Okay, this is from Windy City. Kai, Ryan Shea, and Xanders. I was going to put Isaiah. You haven't read it yet, so we have Xanders in this mix, unfortunately.
Well, you know who I'm killing off is Xander, right? He's the one in the first book, right?
Yeah, Xanders is the first book.
Yeah. Oh, see, I've already put him out of my brain. I'm gonna say I'd marry Ryan
Okay.
because, I mean, I think this is coming down to like an acts of service king.
So you would...
What about you?
Yeah, I think... I didn't know if I was which one between Ryan and Kai. I would definitely kill Xanders, but I think...
No question.
I think I would... Well, put Isaiah in this mix? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Like,
I literally can't wait to read this book because, like, I loved Play Along so much, and I've been waiting for that book. I can't wait to read it because you love it.
I feel like I hope I'm not hyping it up too much, but if it were Isaiah instead of Xanders, I think I would... Hold on. This is like the toughest decision I've ever had to make. I would kill...
But it's not Isaiah instead of Sanders.
No, but I want to play it that way.
Okay, so play it that way.
I'll do both. Okay, I'll kill Xanders, I'll marry Kai probably, and I'll kiss Ryan Shea. That's what I would do for that one.
Okay.
If Isaiah was in the
Now
mix,
switch it up.
I think I would have to kill... I would kill Kai. Oh my god. I would.
You'd have to kill Kai?
I think so, unfortunately. I know. Okay, yeah, and then I think I would kiss Ryan Shea and I would marry Isaiah. Anyway, I'm so happy I got to play that one.
You're like, I was actually really dying to do that one.
Okay, the next one, we have Kai from Powerless, Rain from Serpent and Wings of the Night, and then Jax from Once Upon a Broken Heart.
Okay.
Some fantasy games.
I'm killing Jax because
Okay.
he plays too many games. He doesn't
Okay.
communicate his feelings at all until like the moment where like there cannot be feelings anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to play this game with you. This is so toxic. And like, I need somebody who puts it all out on the table for me. And so for that reasoning, I think I would marry. No, wait. Because like something about what happens in Serpent Wings of the Night and what Rain does really makes it hard for me to say marry. But I feel like he was a little bit more open with his feelings, and like Kai plays games too. And like I just don't have patience for the
Okay.
we're not playing games.
Okay.
But I think in this scenario I do have to marry Kai.
Okay, that's valid. I also would kill Jax. Also, his kiss, I'm pretty sure, is lethal, so that wouldn't be too fun.
No, because like you're not the love of his life.
No. I would kiss Rain, and I would marry Kai.
That was like a no-brainer,
Yeah,
I fear.
for sure. Okay, next we have the big three: Win, Charlie, and Gus.
Oh my god.
This one's really hard. Hard edition.
Charlie Lastra is the king of banter. And I need to reread Book Lovers. I may reread that next month. Like, I actually think I'm going to reread that next month. Because I remember, like, I am pretty sure after finishing Book Lovers, I literally did, like, a photo dump on my Bookstagram. And I was like, I'm in love with Charlie Lastra. That was the caption. So, like, to kill him off because like oh my god. But like, okay, let me think about this. Wynn is so sweet. He's so sweet. But I'm marrying Gus. Like there's no questions about that. He's got that spot.
No.
Oh my god, see how I can't even say it? I don't know. I think I'm gonna kill off Wynn.
No.
And kiss Charlie.
Oh no.
I think.
That's crazy. That is so crazy. I, on the other hand, I'm gonna I was like confident in my answer, but now I'm like thinking about it. I think I will have to kill Charlie. And then I think I would kiss Gus and marry Wynn. I don't know if because I recently reread Happy Place and you reread Beach Read recently that we have these fresh in our minds, and I just really like I loved it a lot. But as of me right now, I think that's what I would do. Okay. Next, we have Cade from Heartless, Theo from Reckless, and Ford from Wild Love. Some Elsie Silver Kings.
Oh my gosh, I thought we were going to make this easy on me and we were going to say like Bo or something. I was
Yeah.
like, well, we'll kill off Bo. Bo wasn't giving me a whole lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, Ford, Cade, and Theo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm killing Theo.
No. Oh God, I just got shot.
Okay, and here's where things get a little tricky. Because Cade is definitely the definition of like grumpy, but he can be like super mean and I'm very sensitive. But sensitive to the point of like I'll just get mean back. Like I won't cry about it, we'll just like end up hating each other, I think. But okay, I think I'm gonna marry Ford. Because I feel like acts of service, but he's a little bit more like subdued. I don't know.
Okay.
But that's how I'm playing it.
Wow. Okay. I think I'm gonna marry Theo for sure.
Mm-hmm. I expected this.
Yeah. And I don't know how I'm feeling about the other two. I think I would kiss Cade and kill Ford, unfortunately. So, okay. Moving on. The next one is Reese, Cassian, and Azriel.
Oh, this is so easy. I'm killing Cassian.
Oh.
I've recently came to this conclusion that I don't love Cassian.
Okay.
And here's why. I've been seeing this and I kind of revisited it and I want to reread A Court of Silver Flames. He's not like down for his woman. You know what I mean? Like he like does not take up for her or take her side really at all. Like ever. Like he's always taking everybody else's side. And I feel like that is some bull crap. And I feel like he is not showing like my mind has changed
That's
a little
okay.
bit. So I mean, is it even a question
Yeah.
what we're doing with the other two?
Yeah. No, you don't even have to say it. We know.
No, I'm not like we're gonna leave it unanswered actually. Because we know.
The thing is, I
Should be a
think
no-brainer.
everyone's going to turn off this podcast when I speak on my answer. So, everyone close your ears for a second. I can't even say it out loud. I'm going to get attacked. I'm going to kill Reese. Moving
The
on.
fact that the mic just cut out and I can't hear what you're saying.
I'm going to okay, I'll just give my other two and you'll just know what I meant. I'm going to kiss Cassian and marry Azriel. This is also from someone who is not that invested and completely does not really know what happens in the recently last book. So we're going to move on really quick from this one. No one
I'm
say
looking for
anything.
a new co-host if anybody is wondering.
No, but this is good because you can have him. Like you can just save him and have him, you know? Anyway, we have to move on because I'm scared. Next one. The next one is more for you than me. But we have Julian, Reese, and Lauren Hale. Julian from Daisy Hates Reese. I just said, but you know what I mean. This one was more for you than for me, if anything.
And this is really unfair.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And this is where my logical brain starts thinking.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm having some trouble here. Because my logical thinking goes some ways. Me and Julian. Julian plays games.
I know.
And I love him, but he plays so many games and he's so rude to where, again, like, if it's like the TikTok where it's like, oh, you want somebody that, like, you want the same type of guy that you read about in books, and it's like me if I was trapped in a room with the guy that I read about in books.
Like,
it's like
banging on the door.
Open the door.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody spoke to me in the ways that Julian speaks to people, he wouldn't even be able to finish the sentence. I'd be out of the door so quick.
But if presented,
like, if we're thinking logically,
with kissing him, like, if you're presented with kissing Julian Hayes, I mean, you can't be banging on that door. You can't be trying to leave.
But I don't know who I'm going to kill. Is the thing. I don't know, because, like, Lauren Hale is more of the, like, he's going to be rude to everybody else. Like, he's never going to be rude to me. He's always going to be rude, and that's fine. Like, I could not care less, actually. But, and Reese would never be rude to me, like, ever in his life. Like, ever. So, but Julian would, and he would try to push me away. He would be trying to push me away because he'd be trying to save me from his lifestyle, and ultimately I would let him. So I think we're gonna kill him.
That's wild.
In a crazy turn of events, I think we're gonna kill him. And get this. I think we're gonna marry Lo, and we're gonna kiss Reese. And here's why I say it. Could you imagine me in combat? No. Like, having to go up against the stuff that they go up against in those books?
Not the lifestyle, for sure.
No, not the lifestyle. Not at all, actually.
You killed off Julian. Hopefully this is not a manifestation of any sort. Let's not put that out
and
there.
if you say that to me and then that is something that comes to fruition, I will be so mad at myself. Because, like, imagine, like, that happened and then somebody brings back up this podcast clip and they're like, well, how are...
We'll see. We have lots to go before that happens. If I don't really know if I should answer this one. I have, like, no thoughts other than I want to kiss Julian, and, like, between the two, like, I don't know. I'll pick Connor. Can I?
No, like, you put Connor and put Connor and Kai.
Connor, Kai, and Julian. Connor, Kai. Wait, that's so hard. Okay. I think I'm still kissing Julian. I think I'm marrying Connor. Sorry. You guys knew that was happening.
How could you not?
How could you not? I've been preaching this one. Sorry, Kai.
How could you not?
Okay, the next one is Kaz from Six of Crows, Lorcan from Throne of Glass, and Lucian from Akatar.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy mix.
Bringing up Lucian is criminal because I love him so much.
I have no skin in the Akatar game, but I have been a Lucian stan since the first one. I can stand behind that.
Lucian, Kaz, and Lorcan.
Just, like, a reminder that Lorcan.
I'm killing Kaz.
Okay.
I'm killing Kaz because Kaz would never tell me he had feelings for me.
He would play
and
games.
I can't live my life in a limbo. I can't go by with the little just, like, touch on the shoulder to help me out. Like, I can't do it. You have to tell me your feelings, like, so plain as day. Like, I'm not doing the guessing work.
Okay.
So I have to kill him, unfortunately. Bye. Lorcan and Lucian. I think... See, if we knew what Lorcan did, like, I feel like
would that change?
This would really help the answer. For that reason, I think I'm going to kiss Lorcan and marry Lucian.
Okay. I think, personally, I'm going to kill Lucian, kiss Kaz, marry Lorcan. For sure. Sorry. Nate from Icebreaker, Conrad from The Summer I Turned Pretty, and Felix is from This Summer Will Be Different. I'm pretty sure that's his name in the book.
Kill him off. I literally I could not care less about that man. Like, he was nice when I was reading the book, but then again, playing games. Okay. Y'all, this is where I draw the line. Playing games, so he's gone. Bye. We said Conrad, and we said...
Nate from Icebreaker. That's his name, right?
Who?
Nate? Icebreaker?
Nate
Hannah
from
Grace?
Icebreaker. Sorry,
Okay.
I forgot.
I was hoping. I was
Okay.
right.
I'm going to say marry Nate,
Okay.
kiss Conrad. I feel like because what comes with Conrad, like, I don't want to be in the love triangle. You know what I mean?
Real.
Like, I would never partake in that messiness. So we're not doing that. And then with Nate, I feel like the chemistry in the friend group is fun. So
That's
I'd
so
marry
true.
into that.
I think I'd also marry Nate. I think I'd kill Conrad and kiss Felix. Hot take, I think.
That is, honestly, that's like insane a little bit.
Okay, there's 2 more. Trying to figure out who this is.
The name, say the
Who are these
name.
people?
Maybe
Okay.
I'll
Oh. Oh, okay. So the characters from Dreamland Billionaire. We have Rowan, Cal, and Declan. I was like, who are they? I had to give like a one that we haven't really done ever. And I know we don't really talk about the series ever, but we have to do this one.
Declan killing him. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. I cannot. Iris, is that Iris?
Yeah, that's the second one.
Is her name? She is the best part of that book in Cal.
Yeah.
And it's not even Cal's book. Their friendship,
Yeah, that was
I
so good.
liked their friendship more than the relationship. Rowan was like grumpy, but he was an acts of service king. Like really when you get down to it.
Okay.
But Cal, he has a history. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like layered. I mean, all of them are layered, but I think I'm going to marry Cal.
Okay. I think I would do the same thing. Okay.
Great minds.
Yep. All right, last one we have the Addicted series. Connor, Reich, and Lauren. I keep calling him Lauren. Low.
I know. Just say, I know. Like, calling him Lauren is crazy. I'm marrying Low. I'm a Low girl through and through. We would have so much to talk about. Like, actually, we'd have so much to talk about. Wait, is he DC or is he Marvel? He's more into DC. That would be a problem. That would actually be a huge problem, I think. But we'd get over it.
Okay.
Anyway, in this fictional world. Reich.
Oh.
He may be getting the boot,
Are
I
you
fear.
killing him?
He may be getting killed off.
Damn.
Yeah.
We're doing Connor.
I said that I would marry Low and I
Oh.
would kill Reich.
Oh, okay. I would.
I wonder.
I'm gonna marry Connor.
Yeah.
I think I'm kissing Reich and killing Lau though.
I want to reread the Addicted series because, like, I'm ignoring what you just said for sure. For the sake of friendship, I'm going to ignore that. No, but actually, like us talking about it makes me want to reread it so bad.
I think about
Or
it.
you finish the series.
That's something I should and could do. But the thing is, I would rather go start from the beginning than finish the series.
Yeah.
Like, I have no interest in the finishing of it. I have an interest in the beginnings and, like, seeing them all become a couple. Like, that was fun.
Oh, wait.
Everyone's established
What
where
if
I'm
I
at.
abandon all of my video ideas and I just reread the Addicted series?
Honestly, great idea. I would do it. They're such, like, I haven't read them in so long, but, like, guilty pleasure romances. Like, so good.
And that's the exact word for it.
Exactly. So, and that's the last one. So, what a great way to end our Kiss Mary
To end the
Tales.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to end the episode.
End that
'cause
episode.
I really have. So,
That is our last
Um,
thing for today.
yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode as always. Enjoyed this episode, enjoyed
Yeah.
the last and all of the ones before it. If you did, make sure you're leaving likes and reviews, following us over on our socials, and keeping up with us.
Heck
because
yeah.
if not, then we'll see you next Thursday, and that's it. But if you are keeping up with
That's
us, we'll
it.
see you more than next Thursday.
Yup. How fun is that? Really?
And how fun is that? It could be so fun.
Exactly. So, thank you guys for watching / listening. And we'll see y'all next week.
We'll see you next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.